Okay, so before we start, I want to apologize because there's not enough room to answer this question in the space allotted, so I'm going to have to expand it. So the table below gives the number of passenger cars in millions in the U.S. in the year T. Great. Then it's going to ask us, do the first and second derivatives appear to be positive during the time period? And we don't care about this part of the graph for the first question. We're only looking at 1940 to 1980. Now f prime is easy. That one's positive because C keeps increasing, right? And C is the number of cars, C equals F, so they're the same, two letters for the same thing. Okay, that one's easy. We want to look to see if the second derivative is positive or negative. So if you remember exam 1, we're just going to do these approximations, and for lack of space, I'm going to write F prime above T. And when I say, F prime of 1940, I'm going to use the approximation F of 1950 minus F of 1940. Go. And that's going to be over 10 because there's 10 years in between them. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and say 40.3 minus 27.5, and that should be 12.8, so the derivative is 1.28. Okay, and then the next one is going to be $61.7 minus 40.3, 2.14. Okay, and then I'm going to go 89.2 minus 61.7 and get 2.75, and then 121.6 minus 89.2, 3.24. Okay, and so, well, I mean, I can do the next one too. I can say 133.7 minus 121.6 . That seems pretty big. Okay, but that's what it is. Okay, so now what we want to know is, does F double prime appear to increase, be positive? And then I'm going to, part A, I'm going to put part A down here. F double prime is positive because F prime keeps increasing. Very simple. Okay? Now, estimate F prime at 1975. So this is pretty cool. 1975 is going to straddle these two squares. Okay, so 1975, so this is part B, F prime of 1975 is most easily approximated by saying F of 1980 minus F of 1970 divided by 10, which we just did, but let's pretend we forgot and we didn't know we just did that. So F of 1980 was 121.6, and 1970 was 89.2. That's 32.4, but I'm going to divide by 10, so it's 3.24, but it asked me for units. And so the units are the units of C over the units of T. C is million cars, and then for divide by, you say per, and time was year. So that's that. And then part C, estimate the number of passenger cars in the U.S. in the year 1985. So this one sounds complicated because you're just not thinking about it, but it's just the same as you would have been able to do this question before you started this course. So you just say it's the average of these two values.